Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Ryan Kelly and I'm going to be hosting you on another episode of Know Your Bosses. Know Your Bosses, if you are not aware, is a show where I review some of the most classic of bosses to the less known bosses. I'll rank them based on their difficulty, creativity, presentation, and fighting style. And in the end, the boss will get a rank from avoid the fight to pursue the fight. Of course, there will be another ranking from 1 to 10 at the bottom. So now that I've quickly gone over the rules, we can talk about the boss that we'll be fighting today. This boss is from the dark pits of Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion doesn't have much bosses, but the bosses it does have are very interesting to say the least. This ghostly boss is the most infamous boss in the Luigi's Mansion series. Get ready for a tedious ride because this boss is very annoying if you don't get the timing down for him anyway. So without ado, I present to you the boss that could split itself into smaller versions of himself, Boolossus. Location. Luigi's Mansion has 4 areas that have a lot of ghosts, dead family members, lost items that belong to Mario, and 3 different power-ups. The goal in this game is to save your lost brother, Mario. Of course, you must clear through all 4 areas in order to find him and fight the final boss. But before you can clear an area, you must face a boss at the end of each area. So what area is Boolossus in, you may be asking me? Well, Boolossus can be found in the end of Area 3 on the balcony. Area 3 is constantly referred to as the biggest and longest part of the game. In Area 3 you have to get all 5 of Mario's missing items and return them to the fortune teller. By the way, there are several rooms that you must get rid of all the ghosts in order to turn the lights on. Once you have the lights on in the room, you must get the boo inside that room. You actually cannot get onto the balcony until you've caught 20 boos or more. I would recommend getting the big heart in the safari room before facing this beast. Also, make sure you save at the nearest toad to you. Boss information. Boolossus' full name is Boolossus the Jumbo Ghost, and its name is a play on words on the 2 words Boo and Colossus, which translates to Giant Boo. Its name in Japanese is Janbu Teresa. Boolossus' biography says, when the shy, timid boos get together, their bodies and their attitude get big. If you are not aware, this boss consists of 15 boos. Boolossus started out in this game, but he has appeared in other games like the Luigi's Mansion Battle Course in Mario Kart Double Dash. He has also appeared in the race course Luigi's Mansion in Mario Kart DS as a painting in the wall. And finally, it also appears in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. But I don't really like talking about that game. We'll talk about that one in the future. Anyway, another thing that's weird about Boolossus is his yellow eyes. Normally boos have black eyes, but I guess a whole bunch of boos form together and magically their eyes turn yellow. Unless those boos aren't just talking on the balcony. Maybe they be smoking some of that Mary Jane. Now, kids, if you don't know what Mary Jane is, then you're too young to understand. Also, Boolossus is a ghost. I know that's quite shocking news that Boolossus is a ghost, so please don't faint on me. Strategy. Boolossus has a strange way of fighting it. How you start the fight is by having at least 20 boos, and you have to walk up to the circle of boos on the top of the balcony. They will start talking about you, and then they will surround you and shoot up to the sky. And because of that, you are now on a new balcony floating in space. Yeah, I don't know how they were able to do that, but anyway, that doesn't really matter. When you look up to see a giant white dot slowly falling on top of you, you suddenly realize, oh wait, that dot is Boolossus. And the fight has begun. The first form of it is in its giant form, and the other form of it is when all the boos split apart. So I will talk about the first phase of this fight. Boolossus has only one attack, but it is his most powerful move. He can jump on top of you and shove you backwards. This move can combo you if you are not careful. You can stop it from trying to flatten you by aiming your vacuum down and then using the vacuum, and Boolossus will slide away from you. So what you actually need to do is to vacuum up his tail and move him towards the new icy unicorns. Yep, there's icy unicorns on this boss fight. It doesn't get any weirder than that. Also, the icy unicorns will have the ice power up, which you will need later on. Anyway, you will need to pop him on the tip of the unicorn's horn, like SpongeBob popped the dirty bubble, but instead of it disappearing like the dirty bubble did, it will break into 15 smaller boos that you have to vacuum up by yourself.
My God, man! I have no idea how you go about dealing with that many boos!
So, what you actually need to do is you need to grab some ice from the unicorns. Instead of just starting to spray all the boos everywhere like most people do when they first fight it, you should actually back up to the other unicorn statue and wait till the boos catch up to you. Then you spray your ice and try to hit as many boos as possible. You will see that you have hit a good amount of them or all of them depending on your luck. It is random how it works. So the rest of this fight is chasing all the boos that are remaining with ice. Once there is only one boo left, I usually wait till it comes to me and then I quickly spray it with ice. If that does not work for the first time, then keep trying to do this until you get him. And there, defeated is the Boolossus. There's another thing you should keep in mind also while you're fighting this boss. This boss has ranks, and pretty much how the ranking works is, if you keep your health within the 90 to 100 percentage, you'll get a golden frame, which means you did it perfectly. And if you keep your health within the 60 to the 89 percentage, you will get a silver frame. And finally, if you lose below 60% of your health, then you'll get a bronze frame, and nobody wants that bronze frame. The reward for defeating Boolossus is getting the diamond key, which will grant Luigi access to Area 4. I would like to point out that I love the music for fighting Boolossus. It is so righteous. Final thoughts. Boolossus is one of the most remembered bosses from Luigi's Mansion. The Boolossus brings a lot to the table that the other bosses from this game do not bring, like how it is the only boss where you can use an element to kill it. Also, Boolossus' cutscene is really awesome. So because of all that, that is why the pre-fight gets a 3 out of 5. He also gets a 4 out of 5 for gameplay because of how unique it is from all the other bosses that you fight in this game. Since this boss is very luck driven on how the boos will attack you, this boss receives a 3 out of 5 in difficulty. The boss's fun factor gets a 1 out of 5 because of the waiting that you have to do or the hours of chasing that you have to do. I say hours because the first time I did it, I had to chase this thing around for about 30 minutes to an hour before finally getting it. And finally, it gets a 5 out of 5 for creativity because of how it presents itself to you, and because of how you fight it. So if I use all these points to round out the final score, I would say that this boss receives the rank of Quickly Brawl It. This boss was my least favorite boss as a kid, but now that I'm older and I know how to kill it, this is actually one of my favorite bosses from this game. As I said before, its presentation is one of the best in this game. Also, I really enjoyed the satisfaction that you feel after defeating this boss. So, what do you think about this boss? Do you think this boss deserves a higher or lower ranking? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video or not. Also, make sure to click the like button if you liked the video, and maybe that subscriber button. I'm sorry to bring that up to you, but it really helps me out if you click the subscriber button because I can make more content for you guys, and I know you guys want more content. Or at least I hope you guys want more content. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Ryan Kelly, and I will see you in the next episode of Know Your Bosses.